Hello, hello, hello. Basically, I'm your host, Gimme Odyssey, back again with another episode of Divinity Original Sin. I know you guys are already tired of hearing from me. However, I decided I was gonna make a new set of series regarding how to use summons. Now, a lot of people have accused Divinity, or should I say, Fien. I don't know how to say Fian. Or should I, let me just give him his full distinct Larian Studios of not knowing how to create summons. And what do I mean by summons? Summons are creatures you can actually bring to the world, depending on how you want them to be. As you can see, I'm bringing summons to the world, and each character can bring their own summons in. It can be the same summons, it can be a different summon. However, one character cannot have more than one summon. Let me show you this. As you can see, I have a character here that already summoned, but when I try to summon, another summon pops up, right? And it's going to be from the same person that's going to be from this character called Jehan. As you can see, he has a summon here. I'm going to attempt to summon again, and you're going to see this summon disappear. Okay, so that means you cannot have more than one summon out on the field. Now, people have said, man, Larian, you guys don't know how to create summons. You have to feel like you're able to swarm your enemies with a lot of summon, and I can get that. I got the same thing when I was playing Pathfinder. I enjoyed summoning as a full-time summoner for one of my crews. Basically, it was nice to swarm the enemies with those summons, make the game a little bit much more easier. I can tell you that to some degree, you feel like as if you're overpowering the enemy, and that's true. Now, here's the kicker, guys. In Divinity Original Sin, the more summons each of your character have, the more likely you're going to find this game easy. And I will tell you the truth. The first time I played this game, I didn't really play with summons like that. I only had one character that had summons, and that was Scarlet. She's the only person I had summons for. I felt that someone should be restricted to one character, but realizing what Larian was going for, I realized that every character should at least have a summon associated with them. So, how do you do the summons? Well, the summons are based on the class that actually have the summons in them, and I'll show you the classes that actually have summons in them. And those classes are under skills. Now, you have the Aerothurge, which I showed you guys the summons for that. You have the Geomancer, which has multiple summons. So we have Wolf, we have Spider, and we have an Earth summon. Okay. Then for the Hydro Fist, we only have the Ice, Ice summon, and this is the Ice summon. Let me just show you the Ice summon, because I normally keep all my summons in one area, and I don't know how this happened. Let me just show you all my summons. This is the Ice. This is for the Hydro Phage or Hydro Fist summon. This is the summon you get for the Hydro Fist. Okay, so and then for the Men at Arms, there's no summon for that. Pyrokinetic. For Pyrokinetic, you have a summon, and that summon is going to be this one, Elemental. Okay. When you say use,
Dragon Pit Defender.
okay. And then for Scoundrel, you really don't have a real summon. You have something called an infestation ability. basically you have to infest something, and within 3 turns you have to kill it. If you kill that thing within 3 turns, you're infected. This summons will come out. They're like a crab, squid, or whatever it is. They're like 3 summons that show up, depending on how things are killed. And many of the times people use the scoundrel summon, which is more like what do you call it again? Scoundrel has a second summon. Let me just show it to you quickly. So besides the infestation for the scoundrel, where they infect you with something and then something comes out of it, it also has another one, which is going to be under here. Okay, I just got this. It should show up somewhere. There it is. This is the scoundrel summon. Okay. That's the scoundrel summon, okay? That's scoundrel summon. That's the second. That's the second summon for the scoundrel. And then the last one, the last summon group is going to be the witchcraft. All right. For the witchcraft, you have several summons. You have the summon undead decapitator.
Resurrect Revenant.
You have this other one, which is just simply almost like a rogue. Now, I also misspoke when I was speaking about the summons for the Geo. For the summon for the Geo, you have the spider, you have the wolf, and then you have the slug, and then you also have the golem. All right, so there's like about 4 summons under the Geo. That is why, in my personal opinion, the Geo is one of the best classes if you want to focus more on summons. All right, so Geo, witchcraft, and then I think yeah, Geo and witchcraft are the 2 that mostly have summons. And then the rest just have maybe 1 associated with their class. Arrow is 1, Pyro is 1, and Water is 1. You know, but for the other ones, you just have them, at least 2 of them, especially Geo, which is 4. So, in my personal opinion, I don't think the game was complete. They just decided that they're just gonna create what they could create and then just push it out. I think that was what it was. They didn't have any more this thing to look at. Now, how do you play summons? In my personal opinion, this is the best class to actually have summons in. Okay, these are the 2 or 3 best classes. In fact, this is the best class to actually give everybody to have a summon. The best class to give everybody is 1 in witchcraft. Just 1 in witchcraft for everybody. And it will only take about 4 AP. Alright? 4 AP. That means when I say 4 AP, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 AP. Okay? In order to summon that creature in a battle. So that means many of the time all your characters are not using all their AP in order to do an activity. They can use the first 4 APs in order to summon a monster, all right, and then go to battle. Now, if 4 of them have 1 in witchcraft, all right, that means they can summon this monster, summon undead warrior. And it only takes about 4 AP. Again, look at it here. It says 4. If you look at AP cost, it says 4. So everybody now, if you look at the green part, it says 4. So when you go, you summon and then you go to battle. That is it. These warriors are very resilient to their pain. Okay, they can take a lot of damage. They can tank really well. All right, they're very strong on the battlefield. And the good thing about it is that the rotation, okay, the rotation many a time, in as much as they say it takes about 4 turns, okay, 4 turns in order to get it back. Many of the times I find myself doing so, within a battle. So most of the time I notice one thing, that I'm usually 8 against maybe 6 enemies, or 8 against 4 enemies, and that's not an equal distribution. And one thing, if you look at this other character that I have here for my tank, this is my tank build. All right, it's my tank. This character here, this character is very strong and very resilient. He can stay on the battlefield for a good number of while and take so much damage. Okay, so much damage that it's almost a cheat to have all 4 of them have a summon on the field in order to fight. And these things are just almost equivalent to one full character. Almost equivalent to one full character, with the exception of the fire and ice. Alright? They're almost the equivalent of one full character. So, what I'm going to say is, put one, whenever you guys are playing, put one in your, in each of your character. Put one in your witchcraft. And trust me, you will overwhelm the enemy. Regardless of what level you're playing, just put one in witchcraft, get your summon undead. That is it. You just have a blast with the game, man. It doesn't matter what level you're playing, they're easy to deal with, So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's gonna be my topic on summoning. I believe that it's always best to reach out to this channel if there's anything you guys want regarding Divinity Original Sin for me to go over. I don't mind doing that, alright? But this topic is going to just be on summoning. So the idea is, give one attribute, give 1 point, okay, right here. Give 1 point, right here. Give 1 point to witchcraft. Alright, if you guys wish to overwhelm the enemy, give 1 point to witchcraft and give yourself one undead warrior, and then that is it. You always come out on top with these characters, especially if you're playing on tactician mode. I usually play only on tactician mode when it comes to Larian games, because it gives me the full understanding of the game. And I believe that when I was playing this game recently with the new builds I was trying, the game was too easy. Maybe it's because I'm coming back to the game, or maybe I'm beginning to understand the rhythm of the game, and I know what weapons to carry into a battle, making it so easy. But man, goodness gracious, it has become so easy that many of the tactics that I was cheesing with, during my first playthrough, because it was a tactician difficulty, I didn't feel the need to do that anymore. Whereby I hide maybe 2 of my characters and then come in later on with those characters. No. Now I just come in with all the characters and I am blasting through them like no man's business, and I'm still playing on the same level of difficulty. So the question becomes, what did I do differently? Am I mid-maxing? Am I maximizing? Do I now know where to put my attribute points early on in the game in order to cause so much damage that I don't need to use all my old tactics? And again, with this summoning this thing I just showed to you guys will just overwhelm the enemy. That it's not even a joke. You are really going to get bored after a while, so that's about it. That's all on summoning. Alright guys, I will see you guys on the next one. This is your host, Divinity, signing out. Peace.